up? What's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and this is the second time I'm going to say this is the 56th episode of the Current Gaming Podcast. I am joined by none other than the magnanimous Aaron Weeks. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. So you know how sometimes when you open up your phone, or when you get into your car with your phone and it knows you're about to go somewhere? So, it kind of keeps track of where you've been, where you're going, you know? So,
that's the secret, the deep
they're
state
watching you.
keeping eyes on you.
So anyway, it'll pop up on your maps and it'll say 23 minutes to work or something like that. Right? So
or your car is parked 15 minutes away kind of situation.
Right. So I got into my car and instead of saying 23 minutes to work, it said 5 minutes to Wendy's. Which I feel like doesn't say very good things about me.
That's a targeted ad right there.
Yeah. So that's problematic for my health.
Well, this was today you were doing this?
A couple days ago.
Okay, so you weren't wearing that shirt. I thought they might have been pigeonholing you because you were wearing that shirt, and that this guy wants to go to Wendy's. You know what I'm saying?
I was in fact not wearing this shirt.
Okay. So. We got the Connect 4 Queen, Cheyenne Clark.
That is me. I will beat you in every Connect 4 game.
Is there any other board games you feel strongly about? Or Candyland, perhaps? A Trouble?
Candyland is trash.
Yeah, Candyland is the worst board game.
It's just luck.
It really is.
No skill.
No, Connect 4 is the only one I am good at.
You're good at pool on the iPhone?
No.
I'm good at pool.
I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
I'll take your fucking lunch money, dude. And then Adonis Graham, a.k.a. David Morgan. How's it going, buddy?
I'm going to look that one up.
You gotta look that one up? Oh, dude. You're going to be in for a treat when you look this one up.
How you spell that?
I completely misspelled it. Is it this model? I don't know.
The word Adonis is probably going to be problematic in Google searches.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Have
you been following the Drake and Pusha T beef anymore?
Hardly. Not since he posted that picture.
What is that?
Drake
his son?
That is his son's name.
Oh, okay.
It is the best beef in my lifetime that I was cognitive. I was alive when Nas and Jay-Z happened, but it was 2000. I was 6 years old. I didn't fucking care. This is the best beef in my lifetime. I am so excited. I wake up every day not realizing that I didn't turn the AC off before we started recording, so I'm going to do that now. So, Alexa, turn the AC off.
How many tries is this going to take?
She didn't fucking do it. I was doing it on my phone. But every day I wake up excited to bless the day. The sun kisses my face, and I look on Twitter to see if there's been a new diss track. So on this latest diss track, Aaron, because I know how deep into this you are.
Oh, yeah.
Pusha T not only criticizes Drake and Birdman and his whole record label and what have you, he also goes at Drake in some other ways, mainly being that there's apparently this Instagram model that has a kid, and Drake is purported to be the father. And Pusha T goes hard saying, "You're hiding your son, quit being a deadbeat dad." And then he says, "Your dad left you when you were 5. What's up with that, Drake? You're gonna follow in his footsteps." And then says, "Why are you always winning when your mom's always losing, Drake? Because she can't find love."
Oh my God!
It is the brutalest thing in the entire world. He also the album cover of it is Drake in blackface, which he posted on Twitter and said, "This isn't Photoshop. There's nothing with this. These are just his truths." And that was the dirtiest, most disrespectful thing. And then the worst thing, Drake's producer, whose name is Noah 40 Shabib, I think is how you pronounce it. He has multiple sclerosis, and he's had that his whole life and stuff like that. In one of the lines, Pusha T says, I got it up right here, "Noah hunched over, or 40 hunched over like he 80, tick, tick, tick. How long's that man got left? He is sick, sick, sick."
Oh my God.
Which is the most fucked up shit in the entire world. It is
my God.
Insane. And to put the cherry on top of that, he released his diss track on National MS Day. Which is Jesus Christ. It is just the meanest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So, the blackface thing, I assume, was taken out of context.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, of course
don't wear blackface.
Well, but Drake said, this is what he said. He said that it was he and a friend who were both black actors were doing it to show that
typecasting.
Black actors have problems getting into acting the same way that they have always.
It is a stain forever on your legacy. It is insane. And the other thing all of this whole Pusha T, he freestyled all of this over the Story of OJ beat from Jay-Z's album 444, which is specifically talking about like blackface and like people using black culture in that way.
Okay.
There's so many layers. It's the funnest thing I've ever been a part of in my life. Anyway, we got a good show for you this week about video games. I'll come back to you with the beef update next week. We got some good stories this week in the news, talking about the old PUBG and Fortnite fighting each other out. Assassin's Creed got leaked, but the biggest news were 2 announcements this week. And this first one comes from The Verge and Megan Faruka-Manesh. I practiced it so much before we started, but I still messed up her name. And the story is about the new Pokemon games that are coming out. It reads, the Pokemon franchise is expanding its presence on the Nintendo Switch with 2 new role-playing games, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. When both games launch on November 16th, the players will get a chance to experience many firsts for the series. Couch co-op, mobile integration, and big screen play, all in the style of Pokemon's traditional RPG. But, I thought you were doing something, David. But
no, I was moving my headphones.
It's a step forward for Pokemon that begins with a look back. The Let's Go games draw heavily from the handheld Pokemon titles, but they're also close to a reboot as the series has ever come before. These games now focus primarily on the Kanto region, home to the original 151 Pokemon. The player's titular partner, whether Pikachu or Eevee, prefers hanging outside the Pokeball, just like in Pokemon Yellow. Quote, these games, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, took inspiration from Pokemon Yellow, blah, 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 said the Game Freak director, Junichi Masuda. So yeah, what are we making of this game? What are we making of these?
First of all, getting real tired of the word titular in every fucking article. I get it. It's what the thing's named after. It's a fancy word. It sounds nice. Stop fucking saying it. I thought it was cool, and now I'm over it.
I'm fine with titular.
I get it. We get it.
That is
way less my mind.
That is way less egregious than when everybody says visceral or bombastic. To describe Uncharted.
Now all those words have been ruined. I was hyped until I learned there were no wild Pokemon battles. It's all Pokemon Go. You just look at them, and they just stand there, and then you throw a ball at them, and they just get captured. That's not fun. That sounds like where's my grind? I liked gaining XP from fighting random Pokemon and not just having trainer battles, which I assume this will have. But yes. I don't know. I thought it was more of a core game than it is, and I thought it was just a core game that happened to have Go integration, but now it seems like a Go game that happens to be running on the engine of the future. Apparently this is not a core title. Yeah. They're still working on the
there is also, there is another, like, what we all assume would be the 8th gen coming out in 2019.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron, well, I know you also expressed hesitancy at the notion that there would be no wild Pokemon battles.
Yeah, like I frankly don't care anymore because like I played Pokemon Go for like maybe 2 weeks when the app launched and I lost interest like pretty quickly because to me it's just not that fun. And when this was announced, I was really excited because and I don't know why I thought this, but initially when they said that there was going to be like 3D models of the Pokemon like in the wild, there's not going to be like random encounters. For some reason I thought that meant that you would see like the models like in the grass and stuff, but there would still be Pokemon battles.
Yeah, I wish. Like,
I don't know why that's what I thought knowing that this was like a step before the actual like big Pokemon RPG coming out on the Switch. But actually like seeing it in front of my face that there's not going to be wild Pokemon battles is a huge bummer. Frankly, I don't know if I'm going to buy it, especially if it's like a $60 game. Yeah, which it will be. So I don't know, man. I might get it. Truth be told, I probably will, but I'm a lot less excited than I was.
Yeah.
Cheyenne, are you in the same camp?
Considering I've never played any Pokemon games throughout my life, I'm pretty excited for this one.
Yeah?
I don't know anything about wild Pokemon battles. I'm just excited to have an Eevee follow me around and I can get back into Pokemon Go and maybe get outside for once in my life.
I did re-download Pokemon Go. That game has had a lot of improvements. It works like way better.
It's like Ruby and Emerald Pokemon now.
There's 3 regions. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, so the 3rd gen.
So, yeah. But
I bet Hitmontop's in it. Yeah.
But so you said you guys are gonna get Eevee. Aaron, if you were to get it, I know you're on the fence. What do you, Eevee or Pikachu?
I was gonna get Eevee, and my thought process behind that is that it's essentially like you can pick Pikachu and have Pikachu, because nobody wants a fucking Raichu following them around.
That's right.
Or you can pick Eevee and then have a fire Pokemon, a water Pokemon, a fucking electric type Pokemon.
All right, let's be real.
It's like having all three of the starters.
Like there's
no. I was gonna probably do Flareon. I almost always do.
Oh, Volteon.
Sylveon.
Just
isn't it Jolteon? Yeah.
Oh, it's Jolteon.
Jolteon.
What do we say, Volteon? You
Volteon.
fucked me up, baby. You made me look like a fool. Vaporeon's trash. Can we all just admit that?
I'm not a fan of Vaporeon.
They're cute.
Flareon is my favorite, but I always like fire type Pokemon the best.
Isn't there like in the later ones? There's more evolutions for Eevee.
Yeah.
More Eevee.
Yeah, it goes to like everything but
There's
dragon.
like 9 of them, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm pretty excited for this. I know the wild Pokemon thing is a bummer, and I don't really expect them to do this, but like they could use that in different like in different ways. Like the fact that there's no longer a battle system, like maybe it could be more of a resource
There
management.
will be
Like,
battles.
how the fuck are you gonna
They
evolve
show
your Pokemon
battles.
Like no, but I'm saying like with wild Pokemon specifically. Like if you're not gonna battle wild Pokemon,
probably
then, like,
what they'll do is have like the candy system, like where you catch a bunch of wild Pokemon and then like trade them in for items that give XP, like they do with Go.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me. Which I mean, honestly, like how fun is it to battle wild Pokemon? Like already, it's like not
late
at
game
all.
it is.
It's fun catching them. Plus, like we were kind of talking about this earlier. Half the fun of Pokemon, like exploring the world and these random encounters, is like one, you run into a new Pokemon that you maybe haven't caught that you might want to even add to your roster, and then 2, there's this like give and take of you have to damage it to a certain point, maybe put it to sleep if you don't have a strong enough Pokemon with like an ability, maybe paralyze it, something like that, then throw the right Pokeball that's going to be the most effective. Whereas in this, you fucking go, and then you get it.
Interesting thing to note. The way we talk about how we treat wild Pokemon, maybe that's why they want to put them in the game. Because hearing Aaron say that, it's like, yeah, there's a cool give and take where you get to beat them up a little bit,
Cripple them,
maybe put them to sleep,
put 'em to
paralyze them. You know, we just get the wild Pokemon somehow.
Oh, that's a fucking rabbit hole though, because like if you really start thinking
Yeah,
about Pokemon,
100%.
it's like
It's
not
fucked
okay.
up.
We're so far past this conversation
Yeah.
as a
But
society.
I was just
and
thinking
I'm
about that.
glad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still excited for it. That is a bummer, but I'd be interested to see if they make like the way you get Pokeballs like more rewarding instead of just buying them at a shop, because then that incentivizes you to like use them sparingly against wild Pokemon.
Speaking
like,
of Pokeballs,
interesting. What did you say?
I don't mean to cut you off. Speaking of Pokeballs, that controller is pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the controller. What do we think about the controller?
Yeah.
Controller's so stupid.
It
I
looks
wouldn't
dumb.
get one,
if
but
I
I
were a
kinda
kid
love
and
it.
that thing came out, I would have been
Yeah, if I was a
fucking
kid.
You
ecstatic.
can
dude.
take your little buddy out to lunch with
I
Stacy.
guess.
I got like
Yeah.
a Burger
She
King
starts
toy
like
that was like
messing with
No, that
a
was that really
facsimile of a
Stacy
Pokeball.
from the like original Switch commercial?
What?
Like, you know the girl in the original, like, what do they name her? I can't remember.
I don't
In
know.
the original
Probably
Switch like premiere
Stacy.
commercial, the girl that like goes outside her house to like go hang out with her friends, she became like a meme. I thought they brought her back, and that's what you
No,
guys were saying.
that's just the name of the random lady eating lunch with
Dude,
her friend.
Do you guys remember the Burger King Pokeballs with like the golden cards in them?
No.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
For
about
the
to say. Is like
movie?
Oh yeah.
The
They weren't like
2000 movie?
yeah, they were like fuck. They weren't like
They were like
I think-
heavy fucking
Yeah,
like
they were like
bricks.
they were
fucking
like
no,
bricks.
those weren't like restaurant toys. You had to buy those things, and they were fucking cool. But like,
Oh, okay.
you could
You're right.
get these like shitty like McDonald's toy like. It looked like a mimicry of a fucking Pokeball
that you
that
could
had
try
like
to choke
this
on as hard as possible.
plush inside of it. I used to carry that shit around. I think I was the coolest
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker in town.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
now
do
you
remember
get like
the
a
gold
legit
ones.
Pokeball.
It's pretty
Dude.
cool.
You said gold card. I thought it was like a card that was gold. No, those were like
Oh,
fucking
it's like actual
Yeah, like the
ingot
heavy-
of
yeah.
fucking steel.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, those
Yeah,
were rad. I'm
I
excited.
remember
I'm
that.
excited about this. I wanted to get Pikachu, and then Cheyenne shut me down real quick.
Everyone should get Eevee. if
She's
you
like,
get
I want Eevee. I'm like, all right.
It's like, I don't know. Do you want more for the
Do you
game?
want something with like
Pikachu
the
is
objective worst evolution? Or
I don't even care about the evolutions. Eevee's just way cuter.
does anyone like Raichu? Like that might be the most neglected Pokemon.
It
Not
really
even
might.
Ash wanted a fucking Raichu.
Besides, like,
He was
Nobody
like,
wants a
no.
fucking-
no,
Ten
Ash
attack.
was cool with it. Pikachu didn't want to evolve, wasn't it? The one that in the anime.
No, he like had the stone to evolve Pikachu, and then Oak was like,
Yeah,
his
but-
personality's gonna change. He's not gonna be
but
the
then
same
you wouldn't
person.
Have the same...
Well,
And
and, he
then
was
he's
only
gonna be
doing
like,
it to beat
Pikachu.
Surge
To
or
beat,
whatever.
yeah,
They're
that one guy.
friends.
Fucking
yeah, that's
Tetsume.
right, yeah.
He was like, I don't want it to happen.
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
way.
saying. Pikachu didn't want to.
Yeah,
Ash
because they
didn't
both
want
they
it.
decided together. Like
I
Pikachu was all
guess.
wounded and shit,
This
and
is
Ash
a
was like,
mutual
I don't want to
relationship.
push you further than you need to go, or some bullshit like that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Raichu's the
I feel like
worst.
The most neglected is Porygon because he got his show cut
I love him.
from the anime because it gave kids seizures because there's a bunch of flashing lights
in Japan. That was really upsetting.
Yeah. But this next story here is about a different announcement this week. That's Fallout 76, and it comes from Charlie Hall at Polygon. It says, following a 24-hour live stream on Twitch, Bethesda Softworks unveiled the next game set in the Fallout universe. It's called Fallout 76, which refers to the vault where it will take place. The teaser trailer embedded above, but there's no above, like we're doing a podcast, includes scenes set from a relatively well-maintained Fallout shelter. The vault looks like it's decked out for a party with balloons, confetti all over, a sign that says the occasion is called Reclamation Day. A Pip-Boy makes an appearance during the teaser, but there's a conspicuous lack... Yeah, conspicuous? Is that how you say that?
Conspicuous?
Conspicuous, yeah. Lack of any weapons of any kind. The entire setting looks extremely domestic, set inside a child's bedroom and family living space. The only character shown on screen is a single vault dweller, donning a blue Vault 76 suit and wearing a Pip-Boy with a date that reads October 27th, 2102. So, that's a long ways away. I don't... will we live to see this game's release, do you guys think? No? But what do we think of this Fallout 76 trailer?
I don't know. Force sucked. So I'm like, fool me once, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, the rumor is that this will be a lot like Rust, or like one of those online, like not massively
kind of
multiplayer, but like servers of like quite a few people, and then you build like your own base, and you can like steal from other players or form a faction, and it like does never like work out, and they're always like full of griefing like kids.
I feel like Rust is like pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean it is
Yeah, it's
popular, but is it good?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's a good game or anything, but like I think it is.
I'm
like,
not saying it'll do poorly. I'm just saying like not for
Yeah.
me
player base.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cheyenne, what do you-
It does seem like they wanted to use the like building aspect from Fallout 4 and
Ugh.
kind of make that into their own thing. Yeah, at least according to Jason Schreier at Kotaku, that's what he's been told. It kind of started as like part of Fallout 4 and then kind of evolved into the
So it's gonna
survival
look
kind
and
of.
play like garbage.
Yes.
Is what you're
It
telling
sucks
me.
because that was my least favorite part of Fallout 4. I fucking
Yeah.
hate the base building shit.
I was giving Fallout 4 the benefit of the doubt when it first came out, but looking back, that game was trash.
trash.
It's not
Trash.
that
Like,
bad, but
it's
it's not
bad.
great.
It's pretty
It's just
bad.
not good.
It's trashier than the trash they make you build the shitty huts with, dude. It's fucking... My phone's ringing.
You
It's-
are a professional.
It's not good. I did not
No.
like that game.
It's
like a-
definitely not as bad as you're making it sound, but it's not good by
It's like a 6
Bethesda
out of
Fallout
10.
standards. Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
fair.
Yeah. It's not trash, but like
Yeah.
not even close. I mean, 3
No, I think
compared
it
to
was
New Vegas
trash.
isn't that great. But like 4 was like
Like, it had...
well.
it
I had
had
way
it-
more fun with New Vegas than I
It
did.
had a lot of this, like, it was, like, objectively you could say it had more, maybe not more content, but, like, a lot, like, I don't know how to even describe it. It's like there was stuff put into it that wasn't in 3. And just everything that they put into it sucked all the soul out of it that was what was in 3, basically. Like, there was never, like, they tried to recreate at the very beginning like, when you come out of the vault and, like, the world, like, and it's, like, very bright and all that stuff. And it just goes over, like, it feels so trite. And the side quest, there's like, I remember literally one side quest from that game. Like, in the factions, I felt like were all very meaningless. Whereas in Fallout 3, I remember so many more side quests and like so many, like, I don't know. I just
See, I don't agree completely with that, just because I think it had a lot of like it had heart. Like I think it could have been like it had a lot of potential. There were things about it that I liked. Like the character customization in this one was really cool, or in 4 was really cool. I liked the intro and I kind of liked the dialogue. A lot of people hated that your character had a voice.
I didn't
was
mind
fine with
that. That was fine.
I
that was
hated that.
fine.
so
David
much.
hated that, but
Yes.
I kind of liked it even. It made it feel more like and I like Mass Effect is like one of my favorite franchises of all time. It made me feel like I was playing a game similar like
it's
that.
like
similar
takes
to that.
the role playing
The-
out of it.
Yeah, the
I don't
like
think it does though.
I
the
totally
dialogue
does.
choices didn't feel like you had much choice. Like you could either
You
be
don't. The choices
really
don't matter.
terrible or like here's the nice person that you're supposed to be in this
There was no
game. Like,
nuance
it
There's,
didn't,
in it.
yeah,
there
well,
wasn't
there's
any
no
actual
karma
role
structure, is there?
playing.
Yeah. Huh?
There was no morality meter.
No,
in
they
this
took
one,
that
was
out, I think.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
took
so
that out.
the dialogue choices
Which-
are literally meaningless.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, I get that to a certain extent because like that makes everything that's like
Reality
red and
systems
blue
are
like
stupid.
No. I'm not saying that it was necessarily a bad decision. I'm saying that like to have these dialogue choices and have them not impact the game in any way, shape, or form.
like they impacted
is-
a little bit. Like
They should have had
No.
like factions like New Vegas if they were going to get rid of the morality system. Like
it impacted it. Like if you were a dick to somebody, they would shoot you, like kind of situation, or like the farther in the game, depending on what faction you side with, depends on how like the world kind of shakes out. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I can't remember a single one of the factions besides the ones that were like in Fallout 3 as well. Like I don't remember anything.
The railroad. That's who everybody went with. It was like the
Oh,
objective,
yeah, yeah.
right choice.
settlement needs your help.
It was what was the oh my god, the Patriots or whatever they were.
Yeah.
They were terrible, and then the Institute people were terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Institute! Holy shit! Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
like
fucking
the-
crux of the game.
right?
Oh,
And
God damn.
garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
Like
something you
you
think
remember
about.
what Fallout 3? You're finding Liam Neeson, dude. Like there is something like that's happening in that game, whereas in 4,
Fallout 3 is like one of my favorite games. Like I played the fucking shit out of that game.
Yeah.
Way more than I did any other Fallout game.
I need to play New Vegas finally. I have it like in my Steam
and
library.
maybe with E3 predictions come up, you might have a way to do that.
What, you think they will not remaster New
It's
Vegas?
just a
Yeah.
They want to
was a
watch
joke.
their fucking
They're-
hands
Three
of
and New
that.
Vegas was
they don't-
together. Would be cool.
why? Didn't people like
Because
New Vegas?
Obsidian made a better
people
game than
love
them, and
New
they're
Vegas,
fucking
but-
embarrassed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think that
Obsidian
was,
and
like,
not
petty like
Bethesda,
that.
so-
I don't know if it's like
I'm gonna take
So
a
they don't
drink
get
out of
it
my
any love.
giant
like they're
water.
getting paid either way. Like I don't think they really care.
It's true. I don't know. Watch me drink this ridiculous water.
Okay.
That is ridiculous.
It's a gallon, dude. It's great.
Why do you just pour
Pour
it
it
in a
into
bottle?
a cup.
Yeah, but that's a waste of time.
No,
like you-
he's getting a workout too while he's doing it. He's
Honest to
Heavy.
God, it's like really heavy.
It is
when it's
very
at the
heavy.
end, is it like ridiculous where you have to like lean back? And go, like,
Kinda. yeah.
It's,
It's
fun.
literally just like a comical set
I
piece.
just
for
keep
games.
it next to my
that,
desk.
that doesn't
Yeah.
seem. I feel like you're only doing that for the podcast.
Nope,
That's like
do that
No,
every
we
day.
gimmick you're
really
doing
do.
right now.
We really do.
That's
That's
a
my
bit.
life. That's my life.
This next story comes from Kotaku and Brian Ashcraft, and it's about the never-ending PUBG and Fortnite debate that apparently is something's fucking happening because in South Korea, PUBG Corp, the studio behind PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, is suing Epic Games, the developer of Fortnite, for copyright infringement. The lawsuit was filed this
Wow.
past January, according to the Korean Times, although it only became public this weekend. PUBG Corp is claiming that Fortnite's popular Battle Royale mode copies PUBG's interface and in-game items. When Epic launched the Battle Royale mode in September 2017, the makers of PUBG took public shots at the developer, saying, I hate that was like that was an objective sentence, but it sounded like not, like, it sounded like some fucking, like, Twitter beef, saying that they were concerned that Fortnite may be replacing the experience for which PUBG is known for. Now, the people behind PUBG have bolstered those threats with concrete action. What the fuck?
This is
I will-
almost as silly as the Battlefield 5 fucking get your women out of my games bullshit.
This is
To me.
very...
I wish that Epic could just pull PUBG Core's license for fucking Unreal. Is it Unreal?
Yeah, PUBG's on Unreal.
And then they would just, their game would just die. Like, this makes me so mad that this is even happening. It makes me hate fucking Brendan Green so goddamn much.
To be
'Cause he's
fair, I
such a
don't think it's like
fucking
Brennan
hack
Green doing it.
con artist. All these people are just fucking con artists.
I don't know if it's Brennan Green specifically.
No, he's fucking what's the word? Complicit.
Is he?
He's the fucking owner of the game.
No,
Yes.
he's not. He sold it. Like he doesn't own it now.
Did he? I
Yeah,
don't know.
he sold
All
it.
right,
To,
well,
like PUBG Corp and Blue Hole and stuff like that is all
then fuck PUBG
owned
Corp.
by Tencent or whatever.
They are running a sham copy of another game that copied another game, and now they're mad that someone else is copying their copy of a game. I'm just like, what? Like, you can't do that. You can't copyright a fucking genre, you morons. They're gonna lose this lawsuit, and I hope it fucking bankrupts them. I hate this. This makes me so livid. Like, there's no greater attack on the fucking sanctity of competition in video games than trying to fucking shut down your competitor because you feel threatened by them. Like, get real. Are you kidding me? Like, just let people compete with you. If you wanted your game to do better, you should have fucking updated it and made it work. Like, sorry. I don't know. It's just it's silly.
David's
This
hot.
is so silly. I'm so hot about this. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Fortnite has come so far in such a short amount of time. I feel like, and every time I've played PUBG, like obviously they had like the map update and like there's a new map and there's like there are like new things in PUBG. It just feels like Fortnite has done a lot more as far as adding content to the game.
The moment to moment, like Fortnite feels incredibly different than it did 5 months ago, as opposed to PUBG, where it feels exactly the same. The setting might be different, but it feels exactly like the same game.
Like I could drop into PUBG now, and it feels the same to me, exactly the same to me as it did when I first played it, fucking 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Fortnite has something they call easy codability, which means you can just write something for the game and it just kind of works because the software that they're using to develop the game is very easy to work with, unlike something
airtight.
like Destiny, which Bungie cannot update because it's so trash. And PUBG, I assume, is no better because it barely works as it is.
It's fucking written on like Matchbox fucking sticks.
So
yes.
So the reason Fortnite can update so quickly is because they have tools that are much better than PUBG cores and. Sorry.
Why do you keep calling it cores?
Core, I don't know. Because I'm reading Corp, like, abbreviated, and then
I know what you mean.
Because I'm a real fucking army man.
But the thing that really bothers me with this whole situation is that, like, PUBG literally uses assets, like, from an asset store.
They just
like,
rip them
like,
from the fucking store.
Like, and that's
Asset
fine.
store.
That's okay. Like, that's, like, plenty of games. Like, I understand you can't design every fucking house or building.
Why not? How much money do they have again?
I mean, like,
how many fucking units did they sell?
But like, I'm saying when the game came out, like they didn't. Like, I'm not saying now. I'm saying when the game came out, like it was one person.
Didn't it literally
base, like,
start as an Arma 3 mod or something?
Yeah, like it started as like a mod. Like it makes
I sure
sense.
haven't seen them revamping any of their fucking assets.
But what I'm
though.
saying is, whereas Fortnite has this like bright, colorful style, which you might not like be your thing, but it is one its own. Like the games don't look like Fortnite. There is a billion games on Steam that look not only like PUBG, but have the exact same assets as PUBG because they just like used other assets to make a game, which is like fine in retrospect. But then you can't like go and cry wolf when somebody like takes your idea. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's so dumb. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, you popularize a genre. You didn't fucking like. You're not the hand of God. Like, you don't get the fucking.
They are not the first game to fucking do this.
But they did popularize it. There's no like.
So what? They don't seem to
matters.
understand like their position in like because like the Culling King of the Kill, like there have been so many games that have done this exact system, and just because like their competitor is successful, they're like, oh, we gotta put an end to this. Like,
I will give them credit. They did popularize it in a way no other game had. Like,
yeah, of course they did, and that's no one can deny that. I'm not denying that, but I'm saying them trying to come out and be like, "Oh, they're ripping us off," is like, what?
You ripped fucking.
You fucking stole the genre.
Off. You're using their engine, like.
I'm so baffled at this,
Yeah,
and it does make Bluehole look fucking pathetic.
I don't know. I think
You're
the difference
absolutely
between
right,
like
King
PUBG
Wolf.
and like those types of games before PUBG is there's a lot larger of a gap there than the difference between PUBG and Fortnite, if that makes sense. So like not saying I'm defending this argument, but like I understand this more so than I understand comparing PUBG to what came before it.
Yeah. Because like when I will admit when I first played Fortnite, I was like, whoa. Because like the timer at the bottom is exactly the same as PUBG.
Yeah,
There's like the way the storm works is like exactly like there is like similarities, but
The
like,
culling is the same way. Like all these games have very similar aspects.
It would be like when Modern Warfare 4 came out and created like or popularized. I'm sure it was in games before this, but popularized the progression system like in a multiplayer game in that way with prestiges, with ranks and stuff like that. That everybody then followed suit with. It's not like they were like, oh, everybody's doing it now. Like, that's not how it works. Like, that is how art is, like, iterative. Especially in no other medium but games. Like, games are the most iterative medium, I feel like. So, like, I don't know. It's very fucking dumb.
I just don't know why they think they're not allowed to have competition. Like, that is what this boils down to, is they're feeling threatened. And it's like, it's so ugly for them to make this decision and publicly go forward like this. Like, I can't understand I don't understand the thought process. Winning this lawsuit is not going to do as much good as this damage is to their rep. I mean,
they're not going to win this lawsuit either. I don't know how the Korean courts work.
They won't.
But I can't imagine this is how like,
I don't
they
think
work.
so either.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Jesus
We'll follow
Christ.
up on that going forward. But this next story is about Assassin's Creed getting leaked again. by none other than Jason Schreier at Kotaku. It also got leaked other places, but the next Assassin's Creed is called Odyssey and will take place in ancient Greece, according to a new report from the French website. Cheyenne, read it. Joe Video Live. I guess the rest of it was very easy.
Jwax.
Which adds that Odyssey is a sequel to last year's Assassin's Creed Origins. Kotaku can confirm this report. Rumors about the next Assassin's Creed have been circulating for months now, some real, some fake. But the ones that we've been hearing since January from our own sources is that the game is indeed set in Greece, and that it'll be even more drastic of a departure from the series than Origins. We've heard the same details from 3 people who have played the game, and several more have heard about it secondhand. While Origins added Witcher-like RPG elements, Odyssey will take things even farther. Those people said, bringing up dialogue options in the series for the first time, and you'll be able to play as a male or a female protagonist, although the builds we've heard do not feature Origins main character Bayek or Aya, I think it's Aya. But new heroes. Aaron, I know you liked Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and did you play?
I played a bunch of the Assassin's Creed games. Yeah. I loved 2. I actually, the first time I played the first Assassin's Creed, I wasn't a fan. I got back into it with 2. Played 3, it was like, meh. And then I played, I think Black Flag was the next one I played, and I really liked it. I didn't play any of the ones after that, though. Mm-hmm. I kind of wanted to try Origins. It seems like with these, they're trying to just, like, stealthily reboot Assassin's Creed, like, over time.
It's like they're trying Origins is like a stealth reboot in itself, I feel like.
They're, like, slowly slipping us into, like, we're just going to turn Assassin's Creed from what it was into, like, an RPG that's good. Mm-hmm. So they're like...
Stop calling it Assassin's Creed. This is...
Yeah, just make it a franchise. Like, I don't get it.
Right.
I get
that's
it
what they're doing, but while keeping the fame and, like, recognition of Assassin's Creed. Because, like, Assassin's Creed is, like, the Call of Duty of that genre. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There are so many people that buy Assassin's Creed games
game?
just because,
yes.
just because they're fucking Assassin's Creed. So, like, I understand why they're keeping that name. And I'm fine with this, honestly. I think it's good that they're doing it, and if Odyssey is even more of a departure towards that, like, RPG style gameplay, I probably will pick it up. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like once we start seeing gameplay and stuff.
Aaron?
I did not.
I plan on picking that up
but
on
never got
sale.
around to it.
I heard it's awesome. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hate Assassin's Creed. Like, I thought the early games were bad. I thought 2 was, like, terrible. I hated that game. Like,
I loved it too.
I hate awesome. I think the climbing mechanics feel very bad in those games. Like, I constantly was, like, trying to jump to a ledge.
Don't you like Uncharted and its climbing?
Yeah.
You're trash.
Dude, the
shit is so much worse.
The Assassin's Creed climbing feels so, like, at least Uncharted, like, when I'm going to jump for something, I'm jumping for it rather than, like, pressing X twice and then I jump off
because it might as well be
fall.
like a big fucking glowing marker that says
aim
here, press
stuff.
X. Like, at least in Assassin's Creed, it's like freeform.
I like Mirror's Edge fucking, like, free running and stuff like that. That stuff works way better.
All right.
Like, Assassin's Creed, I just feel like is broken half the time, and, like, a lot of my deaths when I fall off a building, I felt like were not my fault. But that was just me. And I thought the story was, like, not that good. Like, I didn't really, like, I hated
the future future bullshit.
Well, the future stuff aside, like, I didn't really like the buzz of, like, going back to, like, ancient Italy or whatever, and I didn't really...
See, I loved that. I loved the setting of 2.
I really didn't ever like this thing. Egypt was kind of interesting. Greece is not interesting at all for me. Like, it's not.
Do you think that they put this teaser together just because this got leaked?
Oh, 100%. That's what they did with... Well, they put the teaser together. I'm sure they had something already, like, that they were going to announce at E3, but I'm sure they put it out because it's got leaked.
This kind of sucks. I'm kind of getting bummed out. Because,
like,
all the E3 shit's just leaked. Like, there's no fun. And I was the one advocating for, like, who cares? But now I'm kind of like... It's like spoiling my fun of, like, seeing all these things get announced.
E3's still gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Sony, I think, is airtight.
That's why everybody's gonna be doing direct soon, dude. Fuck E3.
I need Cheyenne and Aaron to say airtight in this podcast, and then we'll have hit the grand slam.
Airtight saturation
I don't think
point.
I'll ever use that word.
The next story we have here is about Fortnite, and apparently it's coming to Switch because it got rated on there. And this comes from Oskar from GameSpot. It says it appears a version of Epic's smash hit Fortnite may be coming to the Nintendo Switch. The game's already available on every console under the sun, and is now being rated on the Switch by the Korean Game Rating Administration Committee, the GRAC for short, for all of us that were familiar. GRAC. Rating scores listed are not official announcements, but they often are reliable sources of information for unconfirmed games. Blah, blah, blah. Epic did not respond for comment on the rumors, obviously, because they're going to announce it at E3. So what do we think about Fortnite on Switch? I know David,
shit.
Yeah, I mean it's the only one it's not on yet. It's
Oh no,
already
I'm
on
not saying that it's
mobile.
not. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
I'm
yeah.
saying David and Aaron, you guys don't really play it. You don't like it. That's fine.
I'm saying no shit this was gonna happen.
Well,
I mean, it's on mobile. Am I gonna play it on
Is it
Switch?
gonna
No, I'm not saying.
fun
I'm
on
asking
Switch?
Cheyenne. Do you think it's gonna be fun on Switch?
That's
I
what
think it's gonna be
exactly the same. I'll be fucking hyped if there's cross-platform though, because like I'll actually play it on Switch if it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
I would imagine that there is, because you can technically like group up with people wherever, even mobile. Will it? I don't know if it will be more fun on Switch than on PS4, just because I like the way the PS4 controller feels, and that's what I'm used to. But if I need to go take a dump and I want to play Fortnite, it'll be better to play on the Switch than my phone, I guess.
I thought you were gonna try to squeeze in airtight somewhere in that.
An airtight.
No, I
Your
should have.
poops
I'm
are
so
like
sorry.
30 seconds long, though. I'd be the
That's
one
true.
playing it on the
You're-
toilet.
That's
I'm a
true.
long
I
pooper.
don't
That's
sit
like
in
what
the
my
toilet.
Switch is for. Is poop.
For a
I
very
honestly
long
don't
time.
think Switch is I played it on mobile and I really don't like doing that because
I don't
Switch.
either.
Well, mobile is a little different because mobile is so weird and I don't like that.
There's
I think
no
mobile is a lot
buttons.
different. It's gonna feel
Yeah, it
exactly
is
the same
different.
on the Switch.
Yeah, it's gonna feel exactly the same on Switch. It'll probably be a
Oh,
little
dude.
less like pretty.
If they do gyro controls on Switch, I would just own people.
Fuck outta
Holy
here with
fuck. That's like as close to mouse and keyboard as you can get on
gyro
a console.
controllers are the fucking death.
No, they're actually great. I'm not kidding.
I'm
like,
interested to see
Splatoon-
what if they have like Mario skins and stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be kinda cool.
Probably.
But the other thing I was gonna say is like Switch or like I don't take Fortnite. I take Fortnite kind of seriously. I really like Fortnite, and like I feel like I'm pretty okay at Fortnite. So I
You're
try to
good
take
at it. You're the best of our friends.
a little
for sure.
a little seriously. And doing that, and in doing that, like I have to be wearing headphones. I have to know like and have
Switch
that
Switch is
immersion.
sub-
subpar.
And
Now you
Switch
know
is
how I
not
felt with
for
Rocket League
And Switch
on
is not
Switch.
for that.
I was the same
But
way.
like
I was like-
Rocket League, like you don't need to hear everything in Rocket League. I guess.
no,
Like,
but the
I guess you
control, like the
probably
analog
want to.
triggers was the thing that I was
I guess
like,
that's true. I guess that's true. So I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm gonna definitely try it on Switch.
Yeah.
I can bring my character over, do all that kind of stuff.
True.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes going forward. I'm sure we'll hear more about it at E3 next week. But this next story is about the announcement, or this isn't the story. That's all for the news. That's it for the news, David. The news is over. Go to the next
All right.
timestamp about that.
Thank you.
Announcements and delays, where we talk about all the games that got announced this week. Nothing really got announced this week as far as games, but PlayStation Plus and Xbox Games with Gold both got announced this week. So on PS4 for the month of June, you can pick up Trials Fusion and XCOM 2. I know David's really excited about that. On the PS3, you can pick up Tom Clancy's
Very
Ghost Recon Future Soldier and Zombie Driver HD Complete Edition. Who doesn't want those
Are
classics?
those
Wow.
next
Yeah.
Tuesday? Yeah, the 5th.
With tomorrow, yeah. And then on the Vita, Atomic Ninjas and Squares. And then on Xbox One, you get Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, Smite Gold Edition, which I think is an interesting thing. So Smite, if you don't know, is a free-to-play MOBA. I don't give a fuck about that. MOBAs are for nerds. Go play TurboTax.
High res.
But them putting gold, like basically what this allows you to do is like it's like currency in the game. It's like the equivalent of X amount of dollars of currency in the game. And I think it's a
Okay.
very interesting thing that if
That
they were to
is.
continue to do that going forward, where like obviously PlayStation's not going to give away Fortnite, but if they gave away like 1,000 V-Bucks to everybody, that would be really cool. Or if they gave like in Rocket League, if you got 5 decryptors in Rocket League, like I know that's like a little bit like it's like alienating people that maybe don't own those games, but like I don't know, I just think it's really interesting thing going forward. On 360, Sonic All-Stars Racing and Lego Indiana Jones 2. And then the other thing that got announced is Team Sonic Racing is coming out in the winter of this year. So that's
Cool.
all the games that got announced and delayed for this week. Now telling us about the games coming out this week is none other than the potato himself, Aaron Weeks, and it's pretty cool shit.
I got 2 nicknames in one
Oh
episode.
no, suck it.
So
Airtight
first you
Aaron
got
Weeks.
Airtight with the nicknames.
Your awesome
Shaq
shirt.
Fu, A Legend Reborn is on June 5th. And you have On Rush also on June 5th, which is kind of exciting. We totally almost forgot about that fucking game. But
No one
it
will
was
buy
real
that.
fun when we played the beta.
David,
got-
cynical fucking Morgan over here.
I'll tell you
Just-
all about it. It's just
Vampire, June 7th. And Sushi Striker, Way of the Sushido,
sushi
June
sousaphone.
7th.
Yeah, that's coming out on 3DS too, which is weird.
That game looks cool.
That is weird.
Unironically.
Yeah.
looks like it has like a crazy fucking like story for being a like arcade style
Yeah, it
game.
looks
I cannot break embargo on Onrush, but I will say this. This is my prediction for Onrush's player base. You ready? It launches at $60.
Is it really $60?
Swear to God, right?
Nah, that's too...
Blown
The
away.
game should be $30.
Yep. That's what I fucking said. So that game's not gonna sell at all. It's gonna have a dead player base day one. Nobody's gonna fucking buy it. And then about 3 months later, it'll be on PS Plus, and they will do their best to cobble together scraps of a community, and it will be too late because they do not know how to sell a fucking
I know
game.
it'll be too late, but... It was at this moment that David broke the embargo for Onrush, and so I had to cut it out. The E3 predictions is our next thing. E3, of course, is next week. We're all excited. We're going to be doing live streams, live watch-alongs, and stuff like that next week. It'll be a fun time for that. But first, no, what was I supposed to say? What is it?
I don't know.
Yes, and is our yearly. This is our second annual yearly E3 predictions. I went back, David, and looked at our E3 predictions from last year. No, I really didn't do that. That would have been cool. That would have been good research for the show. Didn't do that at all.
Probably should have.
But yeah, we got predictions for you this week. We're gonna have fun doing all that stuff. So I guess we're gonna break it down. Basically, it's gonna be 3 predictions each. Drew obviously isn't here. His are gonna go at the end. Like I'm gonna put him in. But
I'm gonna take it upon myself to type ours out here.
I mean, if you want, sure.
Have fun
I'm
with
hoping
that.
Drew does another fucking like he looks like he's being interrogated.
Oh yeah, that's what he did
Film.
last year, wasn't it? Or that's what he did. The Metacritic. Yeah, the Metacritic.
Oh yeah. That's when he did. Yeah.
But E3 basically has been broken down into Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and then third party. So like EA, Activision, all that kind of fun stuff. The third party ones doesn't necessarily have to be like EA because they're having a conference. It can be like whatever random third party. But that is just how we're breaking it down. So we're gonna start with Sony. And Cheyenne, if you want to take us away.
Okay, well, so we got to see a little bit of a new FromSoft game at the Game Awards, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna see some actual footage from it, and it's gonna have a name, and it's not gonna be Bloodborne 2. I think we already determined that, so that's
I believe
as
that.
specific as I'm getting there. It's gonna get a name. We're gonna see some footage,
Okay.
some
I
kind
would
of
believe
trailer,
that.
maybe not gameplay.
David.
Are we going like round robin like this?
I mean,
For
I'm just
Sony?
gonna go the same. I'm gonna go the same route every time. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Sony cool. Okay. For Sony, so I think they're gonna show a extended gameplay trailer of that samurai game that's being made by the guys who made Infamous.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Ghosts
Yeah.
of Tsushima.
That's not how you spell that.
TSU
Starts with the
Shima.
T.
Oh.
It's fine.
Tsushima.
Like a
That's
tsunami.
That's
Yep.
yeah.
those are the ones that had
Gameplay trailer
stuff
and,
like
and,
that.
and release date.
And release date. You wanna give a window?
I'll say Q4 2018.
Cool. Aaron.
That's probably risky.
So we're gonna get yet another fucking either gameplay or just like nonsense footage from Death Stranding. It's still gonna be a fucking incoherent fever dream of whatever bullshit they put up, and the kicker to whatever bullshit goes up is gonna be we get a release window, and it's not 2019.
So it's this year or 2020?
Yes. No, it's 2020 or later.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, okay, fine.
They're just gonna say coming fucking 2020.
Coming whenever the fuck, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So mine's along the same. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys know if. What do you guys think of this? Okay. So I said we're gonna get a Death Stranding gameplay trailer. It's gonna be a third-person game. All right. So like, it's in third person, but it's not gonna have any shooting. You're not gonna be holding a gun in any of the gameplay that we're gonna see from it. All right. And then the thing is, it's gonna give us a release date. Like it's gonna I don't know. This contradicts with one of my other predictions, but no big deal. It's the release date is gonna say you're already playing it. That's what it's gonna say. It's gonna be some bullshit like that.
Okay.
I think it'll be something that's like
I honestly
fever dream
believe
shit,
that.
but like it's
That would be very Kojima.
There's
so.
gonna be some kind of bullshit.
All right.
Cool.
So Cheyenne, what do you got for round 2?
Well, I was gonna say that we're gonna see a Death Stranding release date, so I'm gonna have to think of another one in a bit. Otherwise, Since we know they're going to talk about Last of Us 2, we are going to see that release date, which will be spring 2019.
Early next year.
Yeah.
I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah. I was going to say fall this year, but that's way too fucking soon.
I really think that game's coming in like 2020.
Maybe.
Really?
Right.
That
I
late?
think
Wow.
Ghost of Tsushima is coming next year, but I think that game's coming in 2020.
Okay.
It's very possible.
Anyway, David?
Okay, so I am going off of a bullshit leak list, but I wanted this to be true, and I believe that they would use their opportunity with Kojima to announce this. Wait,
I love how we all have Kojima predictions, too.
that doesn't make any sense, because I forgot Konami owns the rights, this would never happen. I was going to say Metal Gear Solid 3 remaster, but that wouldn't work, and they're also making that into Pachinko, so I take it back. Instead, I'm going to say we're going to see a Spyro trilogy. That doesn't have a release date, right?
No, it does. It's like in September.
Fuck, never mind.
See, this is hard, my dude.
I take
I
it
gotta
back.
think of another one like right
I had the
now.
From game and that got whipped, and then this other thing is
Sorry.
gone. And
My predictions.
I can do one if you guys want to.
I can't come up with another one.
go for it, Charles.
All right. Here's
If you take mine, I'm gonna throw up on you.
No, if you have this prediction, I'll be shocked. It's no games. This contradicts with my Death Stranding thing that I was saying, but no games will get any release dates at all. None of Sony's
Sony?
first party games.
That's
no
like
release
so
dates.
fitting, and that will probably
Like
happen.
nothing will get a release date. Like Spider-Man already has a release date, so they'll probably say that. But like for
No
Death,
new ones?
None of
Death
the big
Stranding,
ones.
Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, if they show Bloodborne, that won't. Nothing will get a release date, or they won't even mention it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with mine now. I'm gonna say Armored Core reboot from FromSoft with
Cool.
with Sony. It'll be
I'm
exclusive.
gonna be doing a lot of things.
They have 3 things in the works,
Shit.
and this will be the VR one.
All right,
This will be the VR title they've been working on.
cool. You're
Okay.
doing
My last
great on
one-
these fucking. I'm writing all these down right now, David.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron.
My last one for Sony is just Horizon sequel gets teased.
So we're just doing 2 apiece now.
Wasn't that 3?
No, that was.
No, that was 2 for
Oh
you.
shit.
that was
Oh
2
shit.
for you.
There's ants everywhere. God, these
What?
ants on my desk. There's ants all over my desk.
He
Alright, I'm
left.
confused. I don't know how that's only 2 because like all of my other ones have been said.
You said Death
And I
Stranding
have 5.
and then Horizon sequel. What was your
Alright,
other
I
one?
said. Let's see. All of the other ones I haven't been said. I have From Game, Sucker
Oh,
Punch.
I got one. We're gonna talk about the medieval
Last of
remake.
Us 2.
Medieval.
Oh, medieval.
I like
Oh,
have
you
to
did that
spell
already.
it in my head, and that's how you would say it if you
Yeah.
were saying it how it's spelled. So I like.
It's like beautiful.
So this will be like a release. No, it won't be released date, but it'll be like a teaser.
Window or something.
Yeah.
All right. So for mine, I hate that you wrote no games like that. For
Yeah.
mine, my last one, I'm saying they're gonna announce right now. You can go home and change your PSN name.
Oh my god, please.
Cool.
That-
Think of one.
And you can
for-
change your name on PlayStation Home too. That's another thing. That's
Wow.
No, I'm
Thank
just kidding. I
God.
didn't, that's the kicker. Do you Cheyenne or Aaron? You want to give another one or?
I
all
don't
of mine
have
have been said. I had gameplay from Sucker Punch, for Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon sequel, more info from the From game, probably just a teaser title revealed. It's not Bloodborne. Last of Us 2 gameplay, no info besides that.
All right, you can do that. Last of Us gameplay, no
Yeah,
info
'cause
besides that.
all I said was the release
She
date.
said
I didn't
release
say-
date.
Yeah. Well, heck, now I'm the only one without 3.
I mean, go for it, Cheyenne. Give me.
I-
Sam, why don't you say
don't
something about
have
dreams?
anything.
That's an easy
I know
pick.
nothing about.
Ooh, I
I don't
totally
even
forgot
know
about
what
dreams.
dreams.
Say there will be a
is.
dreams release
I
date.
don't
You
know
will
what
get
dreams
that
is.
right. I'm writing it down for you.
Please
I bet there's
don't.
like
I'm not
detailed
kidding.
gameplay.
I-
from-
You're throwing away an easy pick.
That's fine. I don't have a good conscience doing that because I know
I'm gonna
nothing
say it.
about dreams.
Dreams.
Bullshit. No, you said medieval shit, David.
Yeah.
No, take
Yeah.
it back.
No. All
All right, I
right.
mean, this is gonna happen because that's getting made.
No.
All right. So that moves us on to Microsoft. That's all of our Sony predictions. Oh, Drew's go right here.
I love what you guys said about Sony, man. Sony just, I actually had to rack my head for this one. It was hard, because all I do on my PlayStation is play Fortnite, So, but I came up with 3 predictions for you. 1, a new Crash game will be teased, along with a Smash introduction and an amiibo. So this is kind of a Sony Nintendo cross with the Insane Trilogy or whatever the fuck it's called coming later this year. Thought to myself too, I said, you know what game has been on Sony PlayStation but we haven't seen since the launch of the PlayStation, and that's a Killzone game. And what better time to bring Killzone back than in a Killzone VR, the year of the battle royales, you know, and everyone's trying to make one. So I think that we could see possibly a new Killzone, maybe a battle royale mode would be featured. And then it doesn't matter where you put this in the video, but I have a prediction for third parties, and yeah, I got a prediction to third parties, but this prediction kind of spoils that. Let's just say, might see a little siphon filter coming back to you in the newsroom.
That's where Drew's went. All right, so we're on the Microsoft right now. I should probably write down the timestamps. 51:51 is where Drew's.
Okay, Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft. Whatever the fuck. They're doing shit.
Yeah.
We're doing predictions for Microsoft now. That's right. Cheyenne, you want to start it off? I know you're a big Microsoft fan. Xbox head right here, Cheyenne.
I have had so much trouble with this one in particular, but the only one that I could think of on my own was Ooblets, because I follow the developer and I love her. We will see more of it. There will be a date, and I don't think it's coming until 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough, David.
Microsoft. I predict for Forza Horizon 4.
Sure, it's not going to be 5.
All right, that's
Announcement.
it.
Huh?
That's
announcement.
weak as
Sorry,
fuck.
Dude, chill out. Announcement and release date. What?
Is fucking Madden gonna be at the EA one too?
Bro, what do you want
shit.
from
I
Microsoft?
wrote-
What the fuck do they do
Oh my
besides like
God.
That's what
4
I'm saying.
titles?
What
Oh,
do
just
they
walk
do?
into a point. Why don't you?
I just did.
Oh my god.
Suck my dick.
I think Phil Spencer's gonna be on the stage. I think there'll
What
be
do you
green
mean?
in the
These
backdrop.
games are
Get
made
the
every
fuck
like
outta
3
here.
years. When did Forza Horizon 3
2
come
years,
out?
and
2
it goes
fucking years ago.
It goes Forza, then Forza Horizon every year.
Well, yeah, all right.
I hate you. That was weak.
Change it. Here, I'll change it.
No,
I'm gonna say
no,
that's
Gears
a
of
prediction.
War real-time strategy game. There.
Sure,
Announcement.
sure. Aaron,
That's a
what do you-
rumor
Aaron,
that
what
they're
do you
working
got?
on 3 of them.
Oh, okay. So some sort of Microsoft mobile game. So like a mobile-focused game, and it's like the theme is one of their big IPs, like Gears of War, Halo, probably Halo.
Okay.
So like a Halo mobile.
Halo Go.
Basically, yeah. But
Yeah.
like not more like Fortnite than fucking Pokemon Go.
All right, that makes sense. All right, so mine is about Crackdown 3, and it's gonna be shown, and they're
They're
still
gonna
not.
cancel it on stage.
They're still not gonna give it a release date. I really think they won't. And even if they do, they won't hit it. But I think they're gonna show it and then not give a release date.
God
That was
damn it.
that was one of my exact predictions. Crackdown doesn't get a release date. LOL was my prediction.
All right, Cheyenne, what's your second one?
There will be no less than 5 exclusives that will not remain exclusive to the Xbox or PC.
So is that like? So how do we do
So,
that?
like-
You count PC? They don't do exclusives anymore, so that's like redundant.
What do you
Everything
mean?
is
Last
on
fucking
PC.
year, all of it exclusive, even
Oh,
though it wasn't.
so you're saying there will be 5 where they say it's an exclusive, but it like.
But it
okay,
like
all right.
like it's
But
timed.
Like in
or something
actuality,
like that.
we'll know it's not. Okay. All
Yes.
right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
I thought you were saying like it won't remain an exclusive like down the road. I'm like, we're not coming back to this in like
Oh,
6 months when it gets
no.
released. All right, I understand now. David, what is your other? You think they're gonna have green on the backdrop of the stage too?
Suck my cock, dude. I changed it. I think all right, let me Halo, new
Microsoft
Halo game. Oh no, I got it.
don't
I
have
got
any
it.
other ones.
Halo original Halo games. I'm not gonna say how many or which ones because this is already kind of a wild guess.
A Master Chief
Available on PC.
Okay, the Master Chief Collection comes to PC kind of situation.
Something like that.
All right, that's
anything
cool.
like that, I'll take.
That'd be interesting. I would be down for that, honestly.
Hell yeah, I would be there for that. Absolutely.
Aaron, what about you?
All right, so the focus of the conference is going to be on existing IPs, things like Crackdown and Halo, maybe Gears of War. But at the end of the conference, or not at the end, but like somewhere you think they're done, fucking only showing us shit we already knew about, they're going to tease a totally new Microsoft exclusive IP.
Okay. I would.
They freaking better.
Yeah. I would have
They
believed that.
need to.
I like how you're coloring the.
I don't like
makes
the
it
color
easier.
you used for Sony.
Yeah,
but
Sony is
that's-
ugly, but I'm
it's
not
a
gonna.
much
I'm not gonna
darker
get mad.
blue.
I'm impressed that you're
Anyway.
doing this on the
Oh,
fly.
yeah, he's
he's-
fucking
he's
about
really
it.
doing it.
And yes, and for my next one, I'm it's along with you, Aaron, where they're gonna announce a new franchise, a new IP, but it's gonna specifically be made from a Japanese developer. They had the relationship where they were trying to do stuff with help me out, Platinum. But that kind of went south a little bit with Scalebound. Remember that game?
Scalebound, yeah.
So I think they're gonna try to go back to that well again with a new franchise, specifically from a Japanese developer.
Okay.
All right, then Cheyenne, give us your last one.
So since I know absolutely nothing about Halo and I've never played any of those games, I had to Google which one would be coming out next, and that would be number 6. So I think it'll be Halo 6. They're gonna announce that.
Hey Google.
That's it.
Halo 6
That's
announcement is what David wrote in the thing. All right, David, what do you got?
All right, finally,
The Xbox One X will have a big presence at the show.
Microsoft will announce a. I think that they will expand they will do a big showcase of their games, what is that called? Games Pass?
Game Pass, yeah.
They'll talk about how it's doing, and then they'll do a huge sweeping addition to it. They'll be and we're adding 100 games.
All games are on Games Pass.
Yeah. it's
Sony games are on Xbox Game Pass.
Games Pass update and huge addition.
Announcement with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I would
of titles or something.
Cool.
I just want you to know that as a joke, I wrote, they go bankrupt, no more games.
Damn.
Aaron has one more, I think, to go on this.
Yeah. So I just thought of this one just now. If it's bad, tell me and I'll use my actual one. But so with the release of that new what are that controller, the accessibility controller?
Yeah.
What do they call that?
Accessibility controller, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
with the release of that, I think that there's going to be some showcase during the conference where they do gameplay of one of their big IPs, like Gears of War,
That's a
Halo.
fucking good
They
prediction.
Actually
show gameplay from
showcase it.
a mainline Microsoft game on that controller,
That's
and
a
then talk about
motherfucking
different
good-
ways that it's
Good
adaptable.
fucking goddamn.
That would
dude.
be cool,
In that shirt, I've never been more proud of you, Aaron. That was such a good pick right there.
My actual prediction that I was about to say when that popped into my head was they lied about Halo Arcade on other systems, LOL. Their entire conference is Halo Arcade.
That would be good. I like that. And then for my last one, I think we're gonna see Fable 4 or Fable reboot kind of thing.
How did I not think of that? I love Fable.
Okay.
I love David's fucking.
He's
Cool.
color
He's
doing
about
it.
this shit. All right.
Microsoft 20 E3 18. Halo Battle Royale. If you didn't already see that coming, you're dumb. Clearly, Microsoft needs to cash in on something that they have and cash in on something that's a guaranteed success, at least for a little bit, and that would be a Battle Royale game featuring your biggest franchise. Arguably one of your biggest, Halo. Second, Killer Instinct 2 will be teased, if not announced, but probably most likely teased. I feel like even though that was a launch title, and there were some hiccups in the beginning, I think a lot of people on their Microsoft system, Xbox, really enjoyed it. And I think maybe we'll see a second one. Last but not least, a new title from Remedy. People behind Alan Wake and Quantum Break. I didn't care for Quantum Break. I really liked Alan Wake. But I cannot wait to hear some more. from Remedy. That's all. Thank you.
Now we're on the Nintendo, and Cheyenne, you can start us off with that one.
Cool. Well, the one thing that I extremely need to see from Nintendo is an Animal Crossing main game on Switch. Just the announcement. I'd be happy. Just an announcement. I don't
Just
care
a
when
logo,
it's coming
whatever
out.
it is.
I honestly
Like
just
Metroid Prime last year.
give it to me. That is what I want.
Cool.
Thanks.
David, what do you got?
So for Nintendo, I'm sorry, I'm kind of doing this.
No, you're fine.
For Nintendo, I have, so I believe the leaks that we've seen. So I'm gonna like kind of like stray because I don't want to believe that the one we saw yesterday was their main conference because it was so lame. So I'm gonna say Star Fox racing game is gonna happen. Am I allowed
Okay.
to say that?
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
thought we already knew it was gonna happen though.
We
you wanna
don't
be a-
know.
if
It
you
was
wanna
part
be
of
a
the
pussy,
leaks.
Go ahead
Or
and say
whatever.
that. Fine.
There's,
Okay.
there's wrong color. Don't even
I'm
bother.
fixing it. Do your fucking talk, motherfucker.
I already did. That's my
Fucking
guess.
talk.
Star Fox Racing game is coming.
Star Fox racing game is coming.
So
out.
when is it? When you say racing game, is it 3D in space or is it like a on-track racer?
It's gonna be like a flying, like ship flying in atmosphere / space.
And I think
So-
combat is gonna be part of it.
That's a good guess. That's a good bet. But yeah.
Do we have a window or anything? You want to give a window?
I'm
I'm pressing you on this pick because this pick's fucking. This is Forza levels of fucking cheese right now.
I'll say late 2018.
Late 2018.
These are all just
Damn,
hopeful.
that's fucking bold. I was gonna say
That's-
2020 for.
That was 2020. Goddamn.
Nah.
I
Nintendo wouldn't
don't
announce something
think
that
we're gonna
far
see
out.
that anytime soon.
All right, Aaron, what do you got?
Let me decide which one I want to do here. If this is again bad, then I'll do something else. But mobile only, cheaper version of the Switch.
Oh no, that's good. So like when you say mobile only, like the Joy-Cons don't detach or something like that.
I think they would have to probably, but
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure the logistics of it. But there, in some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form, I think there's going to be a cheaper,
Like the
mobile
2DS.
only, like dockless version of the
Okay,
Switch.
that makes sense.
Yep.
That makes sense. That's a good one. All right, so my next one is, I don't know. You tell me if this is bad, and I'll do it because I wrote these before the leak. So I think Fortnite's coming to Switch. I think that's obvious, but we kind of talked about this earlier, so I don't know if you guys believe this is shitty. But I think it's going to be cross-play with everything. So it's cross-play with Xbox, PC, and mobile, but not cross-play with PS4.
That would be a bummer.
I think that's
but
a
that's what
given.
I was wondering
Like,
about. So I think
Is
that's
that a little is that too on the nose? I'll change it if you guys think that's too on the nose.
Probably. Like,
that is kind of because
all right,
it's not
it's
going to
kinda
be cross-platform.
obvious.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll switch it. I think Smash is gonna have like a bunch of characters announced, obviously
Yeah.
blown out and all that stuff. And I think one of the characters will be a non video game primary character. Does that make sense? So like everybody
Yeah.
talks about Goku. Like, so it would be like a
Okay.
Goku or something like that. Like, there are Dragon Ball Z games, but, like, Goku's not, like, a video game character. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. There's a ton of Dragon Ball Z, like,
But he's
Dragon
not,
Ball
like,
games.
Dragon Ball is
He's
an anime.
external to
From
video
video
games.
games?
As an
He's not
IP.
primarily from video
That's
games.
what I'm saying. Like, he
But
won't, one of the guest characters won't be a primary video game character.
That feels like a weak one to me, though, just because there are so many Dragon Ball games.
All right, now, it's not necessarily going to be Goku. It could be fucking Martha Stewart.
can't-
I don't fucking know.
That's what I can't think of another one that would make sense in this prediction, though, besides Goku.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to cast a little wide net, because they never had a character that
I
wasn't.
think that's fine. That's
I
a
feel
good-
like that's a solid prediction.
I think they're trying to build that franchise.
I
in a
don't like it
different way.
because it kind of messes up my prediction, but
cares?
that's fine.
Well, I didn't
Hey,
know you had a fucking Smash
I
prediction.
know.
Anyway,
Cheyenne, what
Cheyenne,
is it?
you're up.
Well, mine was going to be just that we would see the full lineup of
I mean,
the
that's-
Smash on Switch, and that Bayonetta would still be in the lineup.
That makes sense. Cause I don't think we're gonna see the full lineup because they like to tease
No.
them out. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
So that would be a big deal.
I'm doing my best.
Okay.
David, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna say new Pikmin is going to be
Pikmin.
announced. Wait, I changed it. Wonderful
You have
101.
another one.
Wonderful
Change it.
101.
I recant. I
remastered
recant.
on Switch.
Wait, I changed.
I changed it.
Jesus Christ.
My brain
boy.
just went like caveman because I was like trying to type and talk at the same time. I'm doing these kind of on the fly. So
Yeah,
bear
no,
with me.
you're fine.
Yeah.
But Aaron, what do you got for me?
Just yes and.
Oh yeah, it is. I knew that
But
time.
and.
That time I knew I was fucking around.
So, and this is kind of just like a get hype one for me. I would be excited. I think there's going to be a new mainline Fire Emblem game for the Switch. So like fucking Path of Radiance, like that tier Fire Emblem, but on the Switch.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I did that one. Oh, second one, Mario Maker 2 gets announced.
Oh.
Or Mario Maker. It might not be called Mario Maker 2. It'd be called Mario Maker Switch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
we
But it'll
understand.
be-
Yeah. But it is. I do want to clarify. It is a new game. It is not just Mario Maker like ported over.
Okay.
So Cheyenne, you can go. Or we can come back to you if you have to.
I'm deciding which one of these to choose from. I think that I'll go with. I kind of went a little bold, so I think there is gonna be a Splatoon 2 DLC for sure that they're gonna talk about, but it's gonna be one of those things where it's like you can play it right now.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Cool.
That makes
And
sense.
for my final prediction, I'm going to say we will see Bayonetta 3 gameplay and release window of early 2019.
2019.
I hope so.
That sounds right for that game. I feel like, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's your last one?
All right, I actually have a couple that I want to say.
Yeah.
That I'm surprised we didn't.
Well,
but,
hold on.
like,
Let
the
me
one
say
I'm gonna-
mine before you like. All right. So can I do mine first?
Let me just do like the one I'm gonna put up here,
Okay,
and then
we'll
we
come
can
back to
do
you.
like
Okay,
our
fine.
other ones. Yeah. Well, now I forget which one I was gonna do.
sorry.
Peter.
Hold on, let me look at this first.
I didn't want you just
So-
rattling off fucking like mine that you were gonna steal.
All right, so I don't steal yours by accident. I'm gonna do this one since you already kind of have it up here. It's like to take the Smash prediction a little bit further. We're gonna get a release date. We're not gonna get the full lineup of characters though. It's just gonna be like they're gonna release a maybe.
Like it'll be like the main
Some
Mario,
of
Donkey
them.
Kong, and then maybe
Yeah.
one.
There'll
or
be the
two.
ones we already know about fighting like. All of a sudden they like transition into fucking some new guy we haven't seen before
Yeah.
fighting the Breath of the Wild Link or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the release date is gonna be the game is gonna be out before the end of November.
Okay, I will believe that. That makes sense.
Fucking better be.
That would be.
They're trying to sell. They're trying
Yeah,
to sell
that's
another however
Yeah,
many Switch
November
units this
November
year.
is when Pokemon's coming out also, so they wanna.
Yeah.
All right. So then my last one is gonna be that we're gonna see the rest because right now that we know there's gonna be 20 games on the online service. They're gonna tell us the other 10 that we don't know about right now. That's like the NES games. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna hear about the rest of those as
Okay.
part of their. They're gonna talk about the online service a little bit, kind of thing.
Okay. Cool.
Aaron, what are the other ones you didn't use that you were too much of a pansy to?
All right, so there's like two big ones. There's I mean I mentioned Animal Crossing, but I don't think we're gonna get that. And then so back to Pokemon. I think the next big Gen 8 big Pokemon RPG is gonna be teased.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be too vague. I don't know if we'll see enough detail to really know this at E3, but it's not going to be this big, crazy reimagining of Pokemon that I think a lot of people expect it to be. I think it's just going to be Gen 8
with
on the
like
Switch.
better graphics or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that it's going to be that much better. It's going to be like if you took a 3DS game and like
I hope
made
it's
it
better.
on.
I hope it looks like
it's
like
going to
how,
look better, but I don't think it's
like
gonna
I hope
be
it looks
anything-
how Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee looks at least.
I think it will look like that, which to me isn't that much of a
I think that
leap
game.
from
I think that game
fucking-
actually looks really stylish.
The art style's. I
No,
don't like
it's
the
cool,
character designs,
but
the-
it's like an up-resed version of the shit that's already been
I
done.
guess,
like
yeah.
new models and stuff. I don't know. That's kind of like saying Monster Hunter World is just up-res. Like they had to remake all those assets. Like
No, I
it's
guess
gonna
that's
be.
true.
I don't know,
Like,
gonna be
but
like-
I
it
understand
does
what
look
you're
better.
saying.
I'm not
you don't
arguing
think
it
it's gonna
doesn't
be
look
the
better.
MMO everybody wants.
It's no.
There's gonna
It's
be
not
some
going to be
wild
anything crazy.
departure.
And then the last thing that I think we were all just kind of avoiding because we probably thought everybody was going to say it was Metroid Prime 4. I
Metroid,
think
yeah.
we're going to get gameplay from Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
I think
No
that's
release date.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
And the actual title, I don't think it's gonna be called Metroid Prime 4, or well, it'll be called
I'd be
Metroid
fine
Prime
if it was.
4,
The third party
whatever.
on purple.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it
Let's
will have a
just think
subtitle.
about
They all
that.
have.
yeah.
It's funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what Nintendo might have in their pockets for E3. You know, there's been so many leaks, so I was racking my head, taking into consideration of what the rumors have been, the swirlings, and here's what I've come up for you. Let me get my paper. Nintendo. New 3DS titles. They've already said it's not dead, but I think we'll see a new 3DS game at E3. Yoshi, which we know has been announced last E3. We're sure to see more of it, but I thought to myself, I said, you know what, this is interesting. Yoshi uses cardboard. You know what else uses cardboard? That's right, Nintendo fucking Labo. Yoshi plus Nintendo Labo, new Labo content coming, compatible with Yoshi, whatever it's called. And we will see gameplay of Fire Emblem with a release date of early 2019. Gotta keep that train rolling.
What is the third party cover gonna be?
I told him to do purple.
Purple? What do you think about think about doing it like this, Steven? Third party.
No.
No?
That's fine.
I don't care.
like
You
it
do what you want. I don't care. I'm just
better.
fucking around.
I like it better when the word is written out. That is not purple. That is pink.
we got third party stuff we're gonna talk about, and that includes EA. Who else has conference? EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Square Enix has a conference this year, and then anything that is on the first party stages.
Devolver.
No one cares really. Like,
Fuck you.
They do like art piece stuff.
I care.
It's not
Suck.
I don't know. All right. Cheyenne, you started off. Sorry.
Okay. So Bethesda is going to remaster Fallout 3 for all the modern consoles.
Yeah.
Maybe Switch.
It better be Switch.
Definitely PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Because
I mean,
Skyrim
PC.
runs on the same
Yeah,
engine,
PC.
and like that's like on Switch, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Switch, so.
So I think that's a safe assumption. David, what do you got?
Just because you're shitting on Devolver.
Devolver has a good conference.
Devolver will announce announce a new project with Suda51.
Okay, they didn't have anything to do with the Skull guy game, right? Let It Die.
No,
Okay, I just didn't know.
that's all I'm gonna say because that's like probably not gonna happen.
Collaboration spelled so.
I can't spell, dude. Chill. Yeah, it'll be something like it'll be some game that like they're joint working on with some of their devs and then him.
Yeah. All right. I can maybe see that happening. Aaron, what do you got for him?
I'm gonna start this with a question because I forgot to look it up. Who developed Devil May Cry 3? Was it Platinum or Ninja Theory, or was it neither of those?
Capcom does them all.
Like they published it, but he's
Did
saying
they
who
publish it
developed
or who developed it?
Like he's
Capcom
an internal
develops those
Capcom like
games.
team.
Hang on.
That's a,
I mean,
I forgot to. I meant to look this up and forgot to do it. While you're looking that up, I'll do another one. Okay, so this is kind of my fun one. So Ken Levine's new studio, Ghost Story. I think we're gonna get a tease from whatever game it is.
That's a good dude. Aaron's fucking knocking this segment out of the motherfucking park.
So I think we're gonna get Ghost Story's gonna come out. Nobody's gonna know what the fuck it is. We're gonna get this cool like intro, and it's gonna be like, oh shit, it's Ken Levine, and they're gonna not announce their game, but tease whatever.
Was
they're
he on
working
BioShock Infinite?
Yes,
Ken Levine?
He was
Yeah.
the main writer and director and the main guy.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Jesus,
He had one
David
not
fucking
okay game,
died.
so fuck everything he ever does.
Yup.
They broke my heart once. That's all you get.
That was anyway. For mine, I think Aaron will be excited about this one. New Dragon Age game gets announced. I think that
You
is-
just said new Dragon Age game. Or you kind of cut out.
yeah, new Dragon Age game. Yeah, gets announced.
Okay.
At
That's exciting.
E3's or at EA's conference and E3 at
Even
E3
if that
at
game's
EA's
bad, I'll-
conference.
probably like
So
it.
Cheyenne, what do you got for us?
I got another Bethesda one
Oh,
that
boy.
also probably won't happen. We'll get a name for the Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, all right.
And that's
I really hope
about
they
it.
call it Skyrim too. So bad.
Oh my god.
I want them to do so fucking
Oh.
bad.
Oh,
What if they
God.
called it the Elder Scrolls 6 Skyrim 2? That would be the best thing.
I straight up wouldn't play it if that happened.
That'd be pretty good.
I think it's a 50-50 chance they call it Skyrim 2. I really do believe that.
I would not. There's no way anyone wants to be in Skyrim any longer.
The Skyrim
They've
name
already-
has so much cachet. Dude, they could take it off into a different like continent and still call it Skyrim. I feel like even though it doesn't
It's gonna
make
be
sense.
like fucking Elder Scrolls 6 Hammerfell, not Skyrim anymore. Sorry.
Fuck, I had a really good one and I forgot it while I was trying to.
Way to go.
Capcom develops all the Devil May Cry games.
Yeah, you want me to? You want to come back to you?
Oh yeah, come back.
All right, we'll come back to you. Aaron, what do you got for me?
Did we find out?
Capcom.
Capcom.
develops
Capcom
So it was
developed,
Capcom.
yeah.
They
Okay,
did
so
definitely.
Capcom announces Devil May Cry. I meant to say 4, by the way, when I was talking earlier. About
You mean? Oh yeah, 4.
Oh,
They will
4.
announce
Still
Devil
Capcom?
May. They will announce Devil May Cry 5, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so
That
there
will
will be a Devil May Cry 5 announcement.
Yes.
Like in the like the main line is like 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, okay,
That's
okay,
all but-
yeah. That makes sense.
I'm also pretty confident.
Oh, there's
that
an
happened.
ant on my phone. What the fuck?
I need to put out.
Oh.
Why y'all got so many
fuckers.
ants?
The rain
Because
is to
he
the-
left out some fucking
The rain, and I had
sweet
some
whiskey.
honey, whiskey, and one of my shot glasses left
Yeah,
over.
and
They
now
just-
there's an ant on my phone.
These ants are fucking twisted, man. They're having fun tonight. All right. Here we go.
CJ.
Third party. We will still see no gameplay of Beyond Good and Evil 2. It'll just be another CG trailer.
We will see it.
But we'll see it. But it'll just be a CG trailer. I think that's
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
All my predictions are very negative. Mine go in the mine are like
cynical as fuck.
yeah.
All right, let's just come back to me. I can't remember what the
What
fuck I
about
was gonna
me?
say. And I'm
All right,
bummed.
that's fine.
Cheyenne, go for it. If you got one, I'd like to.
No,
hear
no,
it.
no. I mean, skip me forever.
Oh, damn it! I really had.
I mean,
Such a
Aaron and I can
solid
do our
pick.
third one if you guys want.
I won't remember it. All right, let's say I'll go bold here. I'll say Final Fantasy 16 teaser.
Okay.
Just gonna avoid
From
7 forever.
Squeenix. Huh?
They're gonna avoid 7.
That's in development hell. That won't get shown at all. All right.
Who's it,
Who's
Aaron?
next? Aaron.
Is it me? Those were like the two good ones.
The Ken Levine one was. I might be the prediction of the prediction cast.
That was my favorite one of the ones that I had. Oh, see, this one could go either way. I can't decide if I want to commit and say. So it's a Kingdom Hearts 3 prediction.
Just go, dude.
Hearts
It's
3
so much better if you commit and then it turns out being right. You'll feel like a fucking badass.
I was gonna say I can't decide if I want to say Kingdom Hearts 3 finally gets a release date or if I want to say Kingdom Hearts 3 still doesn't get a fucking release date.
Mhm.
It could go either way. I'm
really
on the
could.
fence. I'm gonna say we get a release date. Kingdom Hearts 3 gets a release date.
Any ideas?
Should. It's coming out this
I
year,
would-
according to
And
that.
yeah,
I
it's
hope so.
fuck. I think it's gonna be the end like December. It's
December.
gonna be out in December.
Yeah.
December 30th.
Like holiday, like fucking.
I think that's when Final Fantasy 15 came out, right? It was like December 10th or something like that. I think.
Probably.
Because I remember it was really weird because it didn't get nominated for the Game Awards that year because it was like too late, but it was still in 2016.
yeah.
And then it came back up in the 2017 Game Awards. It was a really weird thing. That's the only reason I remember that. For mine, my third prediction
Okay.
is about Final Fantasy 7. You guys were talking about that. I think it is gonna get a release date, and it's gonna be next year. That like at least
Okay.
like they'll say Final Fantasy 7 Episode 1 or something like that coming
Yeah.
next year. And then we're not gonna ever go back to this, but it will not hit that release date. There is no way in hell. But they're gonna say it. They sure as fucking gonna say it. David, do you have another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Capcom. I'm gonna say Remake 2 will be shown.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything about the release date because it will be a lot like Resident Evil 7. It'll be like
First person?
This is rumored that it's third person over the shoulder, but it's gonna be much more action oriented than Resident Evil 2 really was, and it's gonna be like more of that action gameplay.
Okay. Cool. And Cheyenne, are you tapping out on your third prediction?
I'm thinking, so if I'm thinking of like Activision, but more like Blizzard.
Yeah.
WoW 2.
No, no. I'm thinking more like we'll
Surefire
see
one.
like a remaster of like Diablo
Diablo
1
2
and 2.
remastered would be a good
Yeah.
pick.
Ooh,
I was
that
gonna
is-
say just Diablo 2, but then I was like maybe 1 and 2. So
I think
we'll say Diablo
Remastered
2
is a good-
remaster.
All right. I
That's a
think
good
that's a fair bet.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And
They
here's
hired staff for it.
here's Drew's third party predictions right here.
Last but not least, as far as third parties go, I know that you guys have said some things, and you know, like these are out there. You know, these are hopes and dreams of mine. I hope and I dream one day, in like a week, that we'll see gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. No release date. Just a gameplay trailer I say gameplay. They'll claim it's gameplay like everyone else does. Yeah, we all know it's mostly CG. We'll see Cyberpunk 2077 at E3 this year. Let's see. The other one, and God, I hope this happens. Splinter Cell. Middle, summer 2019. But we will see Sam Fisher's return. Listen here, Ubisoft. You don't pay money to Michael Ironside and not make a new fucking Splinter Cell game, you understand? Don't fuck with me like that. And last but not least, I think it's time for a big Fortnite announcement, and I think Epic will announce a new map. I believe that PUBG announced a new map last year. And now it's Fortnite's turn, because, why not? We need a new one. You're fucking up with You're not fucking up. I apologize. Not fucking up. You're working all the stuff in the new map, and now... old map, and now... time for a new map. So... E3 2018 Fortnite new map. You heard it here first. No one else told you. Thank you. Goodbye.
And yeah, so that's our E3 predictions. You can watch along with us on.
Well, do we want to do it? Does anybody have any they didn't say? Do we want to touch on those?
Oh yeah, if you
I wrote EA Sports Ball because
Yeah.
I was gonna go really shut up. I was gonna go really bold and be like, NBA is not gonna have any loot box or microtransaction kind of things.
That was one of mine
nah.
I thought about doing, but then I came up with the Dragon Age one. Because I was trying to with the third party one do one from a different publisher each one. I was gonna say EA is gonna make a huge point in every one of their games to be like, there is no microtransactions.
Yeah, I don't think that'll actually happen though. So
the only one I didn't say that I kind of want to now that I'm thinking about it is and I'm altering it now that you've made the Dragon Age one. I think there's not going to be any Dragon Age because they're going to be focused so heavily on Anthem.
Yeah.
The BioWare teams, but I think we get an Anthem release window.
Yeah, I definitely think we get that. I think that game is perfect for a summer game because it is a games of service kind of thing where you're gonna waste a lot of time on it.
Right.
Surgical.
So I think
summer.
we get Anthem release window, maybe summer 2019, and I think we're not going to hear anything about Dragon Age, at least not yet.
All right, that's fair. Your bonus predictions rebuke mine, but that's how it happens. But we'll be live for E3. You can watch all the shows with us, but you probably won't. So yeah, that was very morbid.
that'll really.
That'll get them.
That brings.
No, you're gonna watch it. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna
We have a fan.
We're probably gonna be drinking and stuff like that.
I was about to say, let's fucking make an event out of it.
I mean, we're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be smoking cigarettes.
We will have fun.
We'll
I
have
don't.
a great
The
time,
viewers, you can have fun if you want.
I'm gonna have a great fucking time.
I'm gonna have a great
Dude,
fun.
I will
is that what you
literally
just said?
piss into my own eyes if I get the fucking Ken Levine one right.
The Ken Levine one was so good.
If I get that shit right, I will lose my mind.
That one was so good. That was my favorite prediction out of all of these. But that brings us to Megan. It brings us to the what we have been playing section.
It's time. It's time. I don't know where she is.
Where we talk about all the games we've been playing this week. I haven't been playing too much, and it's a little busy before E3. But I have been playing Quantic Dream's new game, Detroit. I looked it up before we did this, so I knew exactly how far. I'm about 2/3 of the way through it. I'm on chapter 22, I think, of I think 36. So I'm pretty far into it. And I don't want to render a final verdict right now, but it's fucking terrible. This game is not good at all. It is worse than Far Cry 5, and I know how, and y'all know how much I hate Far Cry 5. This game is ridiculously bad. So sorry, I'm not the biggest fan of Heavy Rain, and I never played what do you call it?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. But I do like narrative storytelling games, so that's not the issue. It's not that there's no explosions or I'm not shooting anything. It is that it does the worst job imaginable of incorporating any gameplay elements into its story. To take that for the demo, I didn't play the demo. You played the demo, right, Aaron?
No, I know nothing about it. I'm trying to go in blind because I really want to play.
All right, well I won't spoil anything for you, other than it's bad. But Drew played the demo, and the demo is you play as Connor, and it's the opening scene of the game, where it's the hostage situation that they've shown in trailers.
Yeah, like you're not gonna spoil anything for me.
Okay.
You're just like talking about it. Yeah.
And in that I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. It's like basically you're piecing together what happened, and it's very much it's like a more in depth, and it kind of reminds me of the Batman Arkham games when you do detective mode as Batman, and like you're reconstructing a crime scene and stuff like that. And I thought that was really cool. And then literally after that, it's like hard jump into the worst like incorporation of like the like story based like gameplay mechanics I've ever seen. So you basically you become, I think next is Kara or Jesse Williams, but I'm not sure. I can't even remember his name. That's how much I fucking it's like, all right, it'll. Like you get there, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm trying to say how this. Basically, you go to dude's house and like he's gonna have you do some chores, and it's like okay, and he's like, all right, do some chores, and then there is no dialogue for, I kid you not, 25 minutes. Like it's just you walking around the house, and not like in an eerie way where there's atmosphere.
Jim Sterling.
And it's
You need to play Heavy Rain, dude.
like it's bad.
Did you see Jim Sterling's video?
No,
on it? It
what
was
is
literally that complaint for like the entire video was him doing
It's
chores.
insane,
He's like,
dude.
This is stupid, and
It's
just
like
hated the whole.
what
That
the
adds nothing to it.
like what that's like not like I make more noise and talk to myself more when I do laundry than when she did laundry. I was like, what the fuck? How is this like? I kept waiting for like, I was gonna trigger an event, and it just never happened. And then that scene ended, and I went on to the next scene, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's really
It
depressing.
was like. I was like, oh, and then and that happens multiple times as the story. I won't get into the story stuff like as the world's kind of coalesce. So you play as 3 different characters as the multiple protagonist thing. I think we all knew that. And then you get to Marcus's story, and Marcus's story is just like, this is basically the kind of spoilers for the first 3 chapters, which last like I'd say an hour. It's not, I don't know. You get into his story, and it's just like, androids are second-class citizens and racism is bad. The fucking like pop-up book. It's fucking like it's like you walk by somebody and they're like, get out of here, metalhead, and stuff like that. Like it's not that, but it's basically that. And like you walk past the protest and they like push you, and then the cop says,
"Oh no,
stop pushing him. I don't like his kind anyway, but I can't let you do that." And I'm like,
it's like the exact same plot from Deus Ex, only with like augmented people instead of androids.
And all around all of this stuff is like terribly cringy dialogue that feels like you guys hated Prison Break game. I can't remember what that was.
Way out.
I didn't like it.
It is like. You said because like I don't know if they were native English speakers. Wasn't that like your like complaint with it? They didn't sound like they were. Or whatever. It was.
Yeah, they didn't sound like they were written.
This sounds like all the characters that are in the game like lost their memory, and as they were trying to teach them English, they then like cast them in this game. That is how the dialogue sounds.
You need to play Heavy Rain.
I've seen all of Heavy Rain. I played like half of it. Like it's not as bad as this. I promise.
Fucking asshole.
Like it is like that at times. But, like, I don't know.
Where are they from?
Huh?
France.
France.
These guys,
Yeah.
like
I don't.
like a lot of
maybe this is how French people talk, but like this is not how fucking normal people talk. I guess.
Normal people.
But and then when you're leaving, he gets on the back of the bus because that's where the androids sit. And I'm like, holy
Christ.
fuck. And like going on and going farther, like there becomes like choices basically. Also the butterfly like effect, like kind of web thing. Like at the end of every level, they show you it. And it's never like that impressive enough to where they need to stop me from playing the game and show me all the choices I could have made.
Like, look, you could have done these 3 other things.
Like it's not that impressive.
22% of people.
Like
chose
it's
this.
like David Cage was like, let me show you my dick, but it was like 4. It's like not fucking like, oh, I do not like this game. I'm excited to finish it so I can fully bash it on my Instagram series #Charlie's 1 Minute Reviews. But I did not enjoy this game. I spent my time with this game like pounding the controller into my head, being like, how is this like getting made, dude? Like coming off of God of War, which I had problems with God of War that you guys were not okay with, but I'm just like, how is the same company publishing both of these games? Like it makes no fucking sense. It's bad. It is bad. It is not good. Oh, the thing I was gonna
sad because I was gonna play
the thing I was gonna tell you about was all of the like, not to like get political, which I did in the Far Cry thing, and you guys all told me it was bad, but the radical like fucking like if you do anything that's not like towing the line and being like if you like people are treating these fucking like androids like they're less than human and stuff like that, and it's like if you get mad about that, you're crazy, man. You're in the red and you're enraged, like kind of like
Oh my God.
it is fucking like there's not colors, but like it is very obvious that like
Don't fight
there
back
is a
against-
there is a bad like thing that you can do, and it's like bad, not like it's gross.
Fighting for
It's
yourself.
essentially
fucking-
it takes the center of the road stuff that like BioShock Infinite did basically. Like it's
That's
like
so
how
annoying.
would I
Sugarcoating racism and then punishing you for fighting back
Yeah,
against
basically.
it. Like, awesome.
it's fucking
Definitely what I want in my video games.
Detroit
Thank you.
is not good. I recommend you play it just because I'm gonna let you borrow it, and it's not
It's
like
a
you're paying
messy
anything for it.
fucking
But it is
disaster.
a fucking mess.
It's fun. David Cage games are fun because they're always stupid as fuck.
Like
They're
I
always so
don't-
stupid.
Yeah, I did not enjoy Detroit Become. David, I know you have been playing a game called Just Shapes and Beats, which
Just shapes and beats.
you
gotta put this in.
you have been enjoying a little
I
more.
love it.
I have been enjoying it a lot, actually. So, I guess Embargo, it's released. It's out.
It's out.
Anybody can buy it. Okay, I'm just gonna preview my review by saying it's very, very good. I've been playing with Cheyenne also. The game is actually essentially
It's fucking hard.
what the game is you
That's
play as a
jerky
shape.
telling
You play as a shape, and there are beats, and the beats
Yes.
make like bullets and like big waves and like big like laser beams and shit go across the screen on beat and to the music, and it's actually it's probably the best way a game has used music and visuals together that I've seen. It's like fucking watching Fantasia. It's so cool because like every little beat, the way it sounds is how you would think it would look. So like big bass drops are like big circles that expand, and like little like synths or lines that go across the screen. It's really awesome, and the levels change a lot depending on the song. And you just have to avoid all the obstacles, and you just have to survive for the entirety of the track. So you have 4 hits, and you reach checkpoints, and you have 3 lives per stage. And then in co-op, you can resurrect your partner by going over them before they drift off the screen, which is interesting because the edge of the screen is usually the safest place to be because everything's usually coming across it. But if you stay near the edge of the screen and your partner can't get to you in time and you float off, you're punished for it. So it kind of entices you to stay together and also stay in the action. It's a fantastic.
Are your
fucking
lives
game.
shared? I'm sorry.
I'm not sure about that.
Like on Cuphead,
I was actually kind of
like,
disappointed to see that there was a
detrimental, like-
life system. It seemed kind of because you get all your health back when you go back to the checkpoint, so it seemed kind of dumb that there were lives. That's my one big complaint. But the rest of the game, like, it's one of the most creative games I've played in recent memory. It's incredibly fun. It's like a shoot 'em up rhythm game. If you like anything that's like,
You like sound shapes.
I didn't even think I'd
That was. I mean,
compare
it was.
I don't know. It's like I guess
name.
it's sort of similar, but I would say if you like shoot 'em ups, if you like rhythm games, if you like EDM, pick it up because
You like that big bass drop.
Honestly, there's
Like-
there's actually
like
dubstep
Jason
and it's fun as
Mendoza.
fuck. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a great game. It's a really great game and it's really fun for co-op too. So I'd highly recommend it.
Cool.
And then there are 2 other games I've been playing that I can't talk about yet, but I guess I'll get to them at a later date. or
At a
you can
later
just
date.
Read my reviews, which are going up.
Well, this has been the Current Gaming Podcast, episode 56. You can find the Current Gaming channel at facebook.com/currentgaming, on twitter.com at currentgaming_, at youtube.com/currentgaming, and twitch.com or twitch.tv/currentgaming_. My name is Charles Blades. You can find me on Twitter at Charles Tuda and Instagram at Charles Tuda, where you can watch my great 1-minute review series, hashtag Charlie's 1-minute reviews. I should have my Kanye review up by now, so you can watch that all stuff. Very interesting times. What a time to be alive, Aaron. Where can everybody find you?
At Aaron M. Weeks on Twitter.
Coolio. How about you, David?
My guy Dave
I
on
got
Twitter.
David last. Fuck, I fucked it up. God damn it.
That threw me off.
Cheyenne, where can everybody find you?
I'm on Twitter at Flowers.
Cool. And what episode is this?
It's episode 56.
56, and peace.